So, hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. We're going to have a very quick snapshot overview of our new stress reaction tool. So we're going to look at why we developed the report, how to use it, what benefits you can get from it. So I'm joined today by Yvonne, one of our senior registered psychologists. Hi Yvonne.
Marlena Ross.
So you've been project lead on this report since last year, so you're the one to tell us all about it.
Sure.
So let's get started, Yvonne. So why this tool? Why stress report? How will it benefit people? What will they get from it?
From an organisational level, the advantages are vast. So we know from research that stress and well-being impacts real organisational outcomes like your turnover, your absenteeism, performance, safety outcomes if individuals are making poor decisions whilst under stress. So quite enormous. And for the individuals involved, I think, it's fairly obvious having those authentic conversations is really beneficial for our well-being.
So it's some really good bottom line effects and personal outcomes as well. So with that background, who would use it? What sort of organisations are best suited to this?
Okay. A lot of organisations will already have a wellbeing policy of some shape or form. And so for those organisations, they'd look to a tool like this just to integrate into their current wellbeing policy. Another tool that they can use as part of what they're already doing. The other type of business are probably those businesses who have never really done anything in the wellbeing space, but that this would be a good way of making an easy start into it and starting to talk about stress and wellbeing with employees.
Okay, that makes sense. So briefly, I'll get you to tell everyone what this report is. We might try and get some screenshots up here later on too, but if you could just talk through what the report is, what it's made up out of.
Sure. Okay. So it's a measure of how we anticipate responding to stressors, so environmental stressors, and those ways can vary. So they can be through anxiety type symptoms, somatization, which is the physical effects of stress and pressure. Could be through distraction, so that's where you lose memory and focus, concentration, and then also through withdrawal. So that's when we want to check out, kind of want to run away from the problem and get some time out. So around that, we've developed a really short 10-minute online assessment to establish the ways in which individuals respond to stress.
Okay, great, thank you. So how would people use it? What's the process? Where does this slot into their existing structure?
Sure. So our archived tool, which shares a number of similarities, Selector Resilience, was largely used for part of the selection decision-making process. And this tool could still be used that way. And the reason why it is a useful tool is our research behind it found that it is one measure of work withdrawal behaviours from employees. Work withdrawal being things like, just checking out and being disinterested, not being a team member anymore. But primarily, organisations will use it as part of their wellbeing programs where they can remain alert to the symptoms symptoms of an employee that give them a hint that something's not quite right, that they're suffering a little bit too much under the stressors which are now imposed on them. And with that, bring some self-awareness for the employee and an ability for the manager to step in and respond and have a conversation and perhaps put some interventions in place.
Right, thank you. Hey, look, that's a pretty quick snapshot of a fairly complex topic, obviously. So if that's created an appetite with anyone to learn a little bit more, where to from here?
I think what we'll do is we'll put a slide up at the end with some contact details, and don't hesitate to sing out. I'd love to chat about it at any point.
Awesome. Well, look, thanks for your time, and thanks for listening in, everyone. I hope that it's been beneficial for you. And that pretty well wraps it up. Have a good day, everyone, and take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.